Hello, my wonderful Facebook friends. How are you? And today I've got a special treat for you. I'm going to show you this cake that I made. Oh my God, was it good? And it was so simple to make, so easy. I am Deb, and I am your home organizing consultant, and I love my household hacks and organizing tricks. And today is a real treat because over the weekend, I was organizing my cake pans because I don't know about you, but my husband tends to wipe the dishes and just shove anything in the drawer anywhere. I have things organized so I know where everything is. You know how that goes. I'm an organizer. What do you expect? So he wasn't around, and I'm trying to organize the cake pans back into order. I'm gonna touch it. So anyway, clean out the cake pans. Now I'm staring at this cake pan. It's my fluted cake pan with the nice design on it. I love this pan. This is great. And you can see it's got a fluted design on the inside. Yes, we're going to talk about cake pans too a little bit. Now, and I'm like, oh man, I have such a taste for a cake. So I got my cake pan out. And I'm like, and it dawned on me, I love to come up with recipes that are real quick for when guests come over. So I said, I'm going to try this one, see how quick it is and stuff, and get this done. So now my tip for you on the baking pan before I even bake the cake, I like to spray it. The spray is the simplest for me. I take it outside. I spray it outside. I don't spray it in the house. And I always have good luck with getting my cakes out, always with the fluted pan, all the time. I have really good luck with it. Now, obviously the easiest way to make a cake is from a mix, which I had on hand. I always have to keep cake mixes on hand because somebody always asks me to make cupcakes or a cake at the last minute. I can't be running to the store. I always have frosting on hand. That's me. That's my go-to for a quick and easy dessert. So I took a white cake mix, made the cake mix. Now what I did was I put in almond extract. Once the cake was all stirred, I put the cake mix in the fluted pan before it goes in the oven. I put a little bit around all the way. I just dribbled it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did not measure it, just dribbled it in. Then I took a knife and just made a line through the cake mix. And that actually worked really, really well. Now you could see I got my little sticker on top that says almond, because when I want to grab my extracts, you know me being the organizer, I can find it easier. Now for the reveal, you want to see the cake? And then I'll talk to you about how the frosting went. Look at this delicious cake. Oh my God, this thing is good. It's hard to stay away from. Now, I'm keeping this in the refrigerator with a cover on it, of course, because of the frosting. This frosting is not the Pillsbury in the tub frosting. It is not. This is a special frosting that was a powder mix where you just add milk. 3 tablespoons of milk, I believe it was. And that was it. And it was it's a vanilla cream frosting that I have gotten at Jewel. It's Open Nature. I can't remember. I can't remember what the box was. Vanilla from Open Nature. It was a powder mix. It's just enough in the box to cover one cake, which worked out perfectly. I didn't even have any left over, honestly. I just threw what was there and I threw it on. But boy, this cake frosting was really good. I was really surprised. But that is see how nice it looks? I'm not the best froster, ladies. I've had Wilton classes. I'm not the best decorator, but I can tell you for a fact, if you know people, if I tell you people are asking me to make my cakes and my cupcakes at the last minute, they know I'm not the best decorator. They know that. I'm not Miss Perfect. I have a friend who is perfect with the cake decorating. She does fabulous cakes. But this is my last minute go-to. And I wanted to add some special to it because box cakes mix can be boring. I don't want just sprinkles of rainbows. So I added the almond. And let me tell you, it really made a difference. It gave it a nice flavor. I'm trying to control myself on this cake. As you can see, half of it's gone already. But yes, this was awesome. And like I said, this is the requests I get at the last minute. And I know I have to hurry up and throw something together. In fact, it's tempting not to just eat it here right now. This cake, it's so good. Whew. So anyway, now, from what I learned about cake pans, because like I said, I have a lot of last minute go-to friends over and stuff. I prefer the spray. I don't like to grease it, flour it. I don't have good luck with that. That's not my forte. I don't want to sit there, play with it. I don't have time to do that. I'm the spray girl. Now, you do have your cake pans that are like really heavy. Those are good cake pans. Don't get me wrong. Those are good too. I like those too. This is the real light soft aluminum. Now, there is not much difference between the durable and the lighter ones. Now, Wilton has a lighter one that's a round cake pan that it's real lightweight, but it promotes even heating. And I have that cake pan too because I took the classes for it. Like I said, I wasn't good at cake decorating, but I tried. And I continued with the class even though I was not the greatest. It's a real thin silver aluminum. And you're thinking, wow, there's nothing to this pan. Don't kid yourself. If it says even heating on it, it does. I like that cake pan too. And I also have another fluted pan that's the grayish, the durable grayish heavy, the one that's heavy, fluted pan. That works well too. I haven't really had, the only time I've really had a problem with cake pans is when I use like the flour in that. A lot of it has to do with the timing of how long you let it sit there. If you let this cake sit there for an hour cooling, chances are you are going to have a problem trying to get it out. I can tell you that. So when the box says 10 or 15 minutes, and then, kind of take it out, use your judgment. Sometimes if it's too hot on top, I leave it in for another 5 minutes, just so you know. And the great thing about frosting, though, is if you do, let's say the cake pan, it does stick, and you got a big piece missing of your cake, make sure you have frosting on hand, frost it on top. Nobody will know the difference. That is the trick. Now, that is my easy peasy, delicious cake recipe. So, keep that in mind. Think out of the box when you're making your cakes. And go through your pans, go through your baking pans. Check them out. If they're old, scratched, and if the nonstick's coming off, out, toss them out. Treat yourself to a new pan, toss, please. Because once that nonstick gets off of there, that's not a good thing to be baking with. So go through my assignment to you guys is go through your baking pans. Get them organized, check them, get rid of the ones that are are, ugh, you know what I'm talking about, because that happens. And let me know, what's your go-to recipe for the time when guests come over at the last minute? Ladies, I will see you in the group. Thank you so much.